guys, Shanna Hybrid Razor Edge Productions, Small Town Dirt, last episode of 2024. I am here with 3 generations of race car drivers. One that's getting there this year, but you've raced in the past. We're here with Jeff Dowdy, Trey Dowdy, Brandon Dowdy. We've got brothers and Trey's boy. So this is going to be fun. Topic of the day is media on the dirt track circuit. You know, you got flow racing, you got racing dirt, you've got even all the way down to Minecraft, Cheeseworks, and you've got individual racing programs. I kind of want to talk to these guys and see we got different generations, so different perspectives. And I want to see what your guys' perspective is on this. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it a neutral thing?
It's a generation thing. It's I don't know really how to explain it. I come from, you go to Nevada Speedway when you're a kid and you flip through the book when you took your picture and you bought it for $1. That's all the media you got. That was the best part of it. You found your best guy and you bought it, and you bought your worst guy and threw it in the trash because you hated him. I mean, it's just what you did. I've got photos from there from many years ago. It's the videos you can watch on TV from, like you said, from racing dirt to flow racing, plumb to Jerry Hoffman's got it on his deal, to Cheeseworks that does it for the local people, I guess. It sucks because it takes away fans, but I do it. I watch it on TV.
I think we're all guilty of that.
It's easy to do. It sucks to put fans in the stands, but it's hot. I'm old.
It has benefits.
It has its benefits.
That's the thing,
with
it has
people
its
that
bad
can't do it.
for the track itself, takes
Yeah.
the fans away, but the benefits, especially for like us drivers, it ain't easy to get sponsors anyways. So to let the sponsor see it if they're out of town, or if you got elderly people at home, but getting your sponsor out there more helps on that. But for the tracks personally, yeah, it hurts them. I mean, me personally, Jeff's been there, done it. We've been in Victory Lane when there's half a crowd out there. It's still great because you're in Victory Lane, but you've also been in Victory Lane where the stadium's full, and when you come up there and pull up there, you hear the whole crowd, and it's a packed house, and just there's nothing to it.
Right. Well,
I was there. I was there. I won the night that it was Alabama and Ron Bolin. They weren't there for me, but I won my race, so it felt like me.
Well, I see it from two different things here. I see it in the good and I see it in the bad.
Yeah.
Now, Brandon, you might be able to kind of talk about this a little bit. With technology, it's going to keep growing, right?
Yeah.
So, where do you find your news?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, I'd say mainly just
Facebook.
Facebook and if you
YouTube.
go on My Race Pass and stuff
Race
like
Pass, quick little clips, TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, that type of thing. So when it comes to this, it may take away from the tracks, but then again, if you got somebody like Flow Racing coming in, that puts them on the spot nationally.
that. Right.
Puts that track on the spot nationally.
Yeah.
Puts those drivers that were there nationally. Even though on a small scale, it may not make a damn. But it's on the national perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
It gets name moved around and stuff like that. I mean, it takes away from the track personally for, concessions, entry fees, blah, 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 stuff like that. But in long run terms, it gets their name out more, gets them better known and stuff like that. So I mean, it's kind of taking and hurt.
Right. But on the smaller tracks, do you think it's a good idea?
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, we race Butler every week. It's close. They come in, had the Heartland Modified Tour last week, and Racing Dirt was there, and it was like you were on Eldora. I mean, they went to Nevada the next night, went to Monette Sunday, and Nevada you had a van parked behind the stands, and a big speaker, and a big, what the hell's all this shit, But it's cool because you do see that, I mean, it's Nevada. Nobody knows about Nevada Speedway unless you're from Fort Scott or Nevada or Butler that's raced there for 68 years. And other kids did it, your mom and your dad and your grandpa and your uncles and your brothers and sisters and the people you hated, and that's all you know Nevada. Butler, nobody knows Butler.
Yeah,
WCS,
that's true.
Because it's new. So
Right.
that brings in racing dirt, and it does, it's a big deal. It's like Vado, you know, everybody goes down to Vado to Mexico because nobody's racing. Never knew there was a Vado Speedway until J.C. Morton went down there and won. Chris Jackson went down there and won. It's like, who the hell's he? You know, where's this guy? Man, I want to go. And then you look it up and you're like, I'm not going 1,000 miles to go make $42. You know, no, I'm not going to beat Chris Jackson and these guys.
Oh,
So, but it's cool to be able to do that. But I think racing dirt and them kind of deals did bring to the smaller tracks, like you said, it does widen the horizon of who's watching it. You know, you got Dennis Munger that watches every kind of race that there is. And he flips through and says, "Damn it, the late model race got rained out. Oh, look here, there's a modified race on there. Shit, that's at Nevada Speedway. I'm gonna check that out." You know, I mean, something like that.
right.
Is
My
a
opinion
good, is a good thing.
I don't think it hurts the tracks near as bad as people think. 'Cause most people are gonna watch it at home. It wasn't a toss-up of, you know, hey, do I rent it at home or do I go? They had no intention to go.
Right.
You know, if you're in home, like Jeff said, you know, like State Fair the other day, I wasn't driving up State Fair, I wasn't dealing with people, but I got a chance to watch it on SQL. You know, we did that, but, you know, most of the time when it's like that, it's either a long travel, bad weather, you know, it's really hot, you know, and for a lot, but that's the thing is, that's where the track's gotta do their own, just like with the Turkey Bowl at Springfield.
Yeah.
You know, we ran it out. That's where the tracks have got to learn to get their own media. You know, get your own so you can make a little off of it. They make a little off of it, it ain't gonna hurt what little bit they're gonna lose, but they'll gain more. 'Cause, you know, like we got friends in Oklahoma City that will rent the race to watch us, watch me and Jeff both race. You know, they can't make it up here, but they're not gonna be here anyways. If you can make money off of television with them, why not?
Right. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about.
And the bottom line, no matter what anybody says, I'm in business, I know it, it's that bottom line of it's cheaper.
That it is.
It's not cheaper if you, I mean, you rent the month, you're gonna be cheaper, but it's not the experience of going. But when I look at $49.99 or $122 to get in, $16 for food, $32 for beer, I might as well race and got last place and roll on over, you know, but I mean, a lot of people see that too, and a lot of people just don't wanna be around people.
Right.
You know, the COVID deal, everybody freaks out, it's just what it is.
My only thing is that, you know, you take away the fans in the stands.
It does.
It takes away.
But you're not gonna take away your everyday diehard.
Oh, no,
I mean, that's
absolutely not.
That's just how it is. You're not gonna get a normal person that goes to races every Friday or Saturday night that, you know, wants to be there. Well, they wanna hear the cars, they wanna feel the rumble. You're
They
not gonna
want
get
that
them
whole
to-
experience. They just don't want it on the screen.
You're almost
The
guaranteed.
only way you're gonna get them to rent it is if they're sitting in a hospital bed and they can't leave.
You're almost guaranteed at least like 1 to 3 people per car driving, and then also on top of that, people that go every weekend. So, I mean, it's not likely that you're gonna go and have 5
I could
people
just
in
see
the
it.
stands.
Right, but I could see it taking a heavy hit on the smaller tracks anyway. You know,
It already has.
and just like you were talking, you know, you got your concessions, you got all this extra stuff that you pay for. Yeah, it's more expensive, but then again, you know, that's cutting it back from the tracks. Yes, they may get a portion of the subscription that, you know, of whatever is televised, but I don't think it's gonna make up for the initial cost itself, as far as turning the damn lights on.
Yeah.
You know, so it could be a convenience that could possibly hurt the tracks. It could possibly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with that, but let's go down on a more local level, you know, racing programs. You know, I know your wife goes live, and you know, your mom does live when you guys
Yeah.
race. Okay, you got your fans and stuff
When
like
you
that.
got
That
the volume
helps.
shut off, cut the volume off, no volume.
Mute every recording.
Okay, well, we've got
Especially
strong
my wife.
opinionated females behind the screen, okay? Now, I can attest to that, and I know how that passion and how that feeling is. Sometimes it's very difficult to hold down. It really is, especially when you have your husband or your significant other out there, you know, racing, and they're getting into somebody, or there's some battles going on, and, you know, or retaliation of some sort, or any kind of anything.
Right.
Honestly, I know how that feels. So, on the local level, that helps you guys as far as the media aspect. Pictures, videos, you know, lives, all that stuff that helps. that helps spread the word, helps
Oh,
you
yeah.
get sponsorships.
Sure.
So this is so flip-flop. This is why I was wanting to kind of talk about it. Because a lot of people, oh yeah, you know, I'd go to the races, but I'll just sit at home. It's too hot, too chilly, too anything. I love racing, but I'll just sit at home.
Yeah.
I can understand that. I can understand that. But to keep the sport in itself going, you know, is this something that's going to cause an issue? You
It
know?
should. Because, I mean, and the bad thing is, it ain't no different than any other business in the world. You know, what a lot of people understand, a racetrack owner, they bought a business.
Mm.
They didn't buy a hobby. If they bought a hobby, they better be a millionaire or a billionaire, because they're not gonna be long. You know, but look at Lucas Oil. Everything to them's a business. But
Yeah,
how many
absolutely.
nights do you see Lucas Oil run a regular night? They got what, maybe not quite half their season's just a regular night.
Right.
You know, everything else is special here, special there.
Mhm.
You know, you take Nevada Speedway, you take Electric City Speedway, and you look like the modified show the other night, Electric City Speedway. There wasn't a place to sit in the stable.
No.
You know, same way with Nevada. You know, you take when Alan Vaughn and Ron Bolton all them at Nevada Speedway, there wasn't a place to even stand there. But that's the thing is, you know, the social media might hurt them and you know, the videos might hurt them that's going out there and stuff, but you bring the car count, you'll bring the stand. Because I don't care who you are, there's not very many drivers that go to the racetrack, load up in their truck by themselves and go to the track. You know, I couldn't tell you how many nights I watched, you know, and Jeff's raced a lot longer than I am. I couldn't tell you how many nights we've loaded up, left here, go to Nevada, and be 20 cars deep with people. And it ain't no different today. You know, our cousin Jacob comes all the way from the city. Every Saturday night he's there. You know, Robbie's there. When Brian Bedwell ain't racing, he's there. You know, everybody's there still to support Jeff and, you know, Brandon and me. And that's the thing is, when we get both, which I should be back this weekend, Jeff will be there this weekend, we'll finally get to race together again. Brandon will be back in a couple weeks. We all three go somewhere like the Big Buck this year. We all three get to the Big Buck. You know, we got people coming from Iowa to go to the track. You know, we got people coming from all over. Dennis and Kathy will be there from Harrisville. I mean, that's the thing is, it ain't gonna be 3 vehicles pulling the track. It's 30 vehicles pulling the track, and that's just 3 drivers. So you make it good, and, you know, that's the thing is, they gotta push their business, and they gotta figure out what works for them, but they also gotta figure out what ain't working.
Right.
They bring the cars, the people's gonna follow.
Right.
You know, and that's my thing is that, you know, on your media standpoint, my thing is, I look at this fact, you know, okay, they're gonna have this, but they're not having anything really else. Do I wanna travel that far with me, my wife, and 2 kids, pay to eat out, pay for the fuel, pay for the entry fees, to watch 2 hours worth of stuff? It
Right.
might be 10 hours, we don't know, but what else is gonna show up? Or can I rent it for $22, watch it in the comfort of my own home, feed my family on $10, and go on? You know, but that's the thing is, I mean, it comes down to what the track brings in on. It helps a lot when you got a lot of car count, you're gonna have fans in the stands. You know, if you're filling your stands up, you're filling the grandstands up, you're selling your concessions, and you've got 90 to 100 cars in the parking lot racing, there's no way that anybody's Facebook media, any Cheese Works, any of them, it should affect them.
Right.
You know, the bottom line, it shouldn't be affected.
On the flip side, and this is another reason why I brought this as a topic. Early in the season, and you know, I will say it was Electric City Speedway. Early in the season, he was trying out that little track, you know, that go-kart track, and I think he was having micros or something going on there, but Racing Dirt was coming through. And he had like 5 people in the stands. And he was stressed about it, and he was talking about it, and he was like, you know, I don't understand. There was only this amount of people. And I said, well, you know, you had the weather, and you had Racing Dirt there. Dirt TV was there. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna sit at home. It's cold outside,
Mhm.
early in the season, rainy, nasty, you're gonna sit at home.
But on that, I don't get on Facebook tremendously every day. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, I get on there, if I'm on Facebook, I need something.
Right.
You know, I was on Facebook last night, been looking for another gear. I mean, I'll get on there once in a while, just see what's going on. But my news feed comes up, is mainly all racing stuff that comes up, because it goes off what you're on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely,
But here's the
absolutely.
thing, I live right across from Electric Speedway, right down the road from Jeffrey.
And if you don't think your phones aren't listening to you, if you
You
think your
wouldn't
phones are
believe it.
not, they are, they really are.
But the thing is, you wouldn't believe that the first 2 or 3 times they had the little track in the middle, honest to God, I didn't even know. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And I literally had to walk up on the cheap seats to look. I'm like, oh. But that's the thing is, I live right across the street. I had no freaking clue. That's the thing is, if you got to get it out there. And the bad
Promote.
thing is, his racing
Promote.
dirt being there, you know, it might have cost him that night of some people being there.
Right.
But I've noticed all year, you know, where he had 10, 15 carts the first time. You know, what was it, 2 weeks ago they did it? There was like 70 some
Yeah, I was
trailers
there.
that rolled through.
I was there. They
But-
had full-on trailers with multiple
Yeah.
carts each trailer.
But you also got to know your audience where you're at. You know, a racetrack, a dirt racetrack, you know, the big track, big cars. That's what this whole area has grown up.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, if anybody that knows racing, that's what it was.
Yes.
You know, we didn't grow up in this area with sprint cars. You know, they come to town once in a while and it was awesome to go watch them. You know, but we raced no go-karts around here. You know, we used to race them on a fun day at the shop, no big deal. But that's the thing is, you're
You
public.
you didn't do it competitively
Well,
on a track
Well, we did
at
it
a
our own,
facility.
but it was our own.
Well,
it
you
got
know.
big enough there for a while. It could have been.
Yeah, could.
But the thing
okay.
is, you know, this town or the community around there, they're not used to going and watching go-karts or little sprint cars and stuff like that. But that's the thing is, he's introduced it to them. That's something he's got to push like no other to get the people there.
Right.
You know, you got to find the right people, and it's building, it's building, it's building. It's great that it is. You know, because I don't want to see any track anywhere fail, no matter if I
Right.
like them or not. You know, I'm not a big fan of the owner of Warrensburg. Me and him got into it years ago. I ain't been back since. But I'm not going to get on there and bash the track. I love the track. The track's fast and fun to drive. You know, I'll end up going back. You know, it just with the way everything's went the last few years, we've had stuff going on, been on vacation, this and that, and it's just for their specials and stuff. But we'll go back and from. But my thing is, I'm not going to sit here and bash a track anywhere, no matter how poor or how good it is with social media. You know, I own a business. I'm not doing it. I don't want somebody to do it to my business. You know, and that's the thing is the social media aspect. You know, on the videos is great. Facebook. My thing is, you got a problem with the driver, come see me Saturday night. Punch me in the face. I'd rather you punch me in the face than get on there and act tough on social media.
Keyboard warriors, and we've talked about this before.
Because my problem is I don't have a problem going to jail, and I'm too much like him because, you know, he was kind
You're
of there
that
growing
tough.
me up the whole time.
No good.
Well, my
No
thing is,
good.
they
No
get on
bueno.
there all week long and they run their mouth, and then they wonder why Saturday night comes around. You come up to them, want to be their friend, and we just want to punch you in the mouth.
Because that's different generations for you.
Got too easy.
But that's the
It
thing.
really has.
Me and
it
Jeff's
has
too much
gotten
alike
too
where
easy.
you run your mouth all week. Don't get mad when you got to pick your ass up off the floor come Saturday.
Well, and you know, we've talked about that whole bullying aspect. That people, you
It
know,
ain't bullying. A bully will actually pick on somebody face to face and pick on them. You know, they just need their ass whipped. Keyboard warriors are too scared to stand to your face and tell you.
Right, right.
I got a problem with you, I'll tell you. I don't care. Jeff will do the same thing. Hell, he's had a problem with me. He has no problem telling me.
It happens.
It does happen.
But back to the deal with the go-kart deal
Uh-huh.
and the dirt, what was it, dirt what?
It's like Dirt TV or something like that,
Okay.
some sort of big.
Yeah, back to that deal, it's Trade Right, there was no go-karts around, anywhere around here, we knew nothing about them other than if we rode them ourselves. Sprint cars was Pleasanton and every now and again, like you said. But Mike Parker, whether you like that dude or whether you hate that dude, will try his ass off to do anything and everything to make it right and big and make a go at it. And that just shows you how much that does help by somebody like that coming in. Because like Trey said, there was 10 carts and 2 people in the stands. It was cold, but then they got to see it. And then, like Trey said, 2 weeks ago, we drove by and it's like, holy crap, that whole backstretch is full of, it looked like a farmer's market going on out there with all the tents and stuff, which is great, but that, I mean, that had to help. You know, he come down wanting to bring his go-karters, but from Kansas City area and Iowa and up further to Butler, it's a lot further than Liberty
Right,
where he's
right.
at or wherever.
Well, he's pulling people in from the south too.
Yeah, they're all coming now
Yeah.
that they realize, hey, there's go-karting, you know?
Right.
But the good thing is he's not gonna give up after one bad week.
Yeah.
1 or 2 bad weeks, he's not
But,
gonna give
but
up.
that it had to have helped. Like I said, Mike will do what he's got to do to get the cars there. Like I said, he is a prime example. He's there working, they're working, picking up trash, weed eating, mowing. They do it all themselves and they work the track, do the track, try and make it the best. It may not work out some nights and he's realized that, but he's gonna work his butt off to try and get as many and the best he can do. And it just goes to show you, even if you work your butt off and you're still trying, you still need a little bit of help from that media that gets it out there.
Right.
Because there may have been people that, man, I didn't even know that guy even had a track. I thought he bought a big track. I didn't know he built a little track in the middle of it. We'll go try it out. We raced with him 2 years ago, or my other son graduated, now my younger son's driving, let's go.
Right.
So, I mean, so that's where you say, you know, it hurts, helps, that would be just like the racing dirt at Electric City and Nevada and Monette, everybody knows Monette, but that's where that helps out, that bigger, you know, the little stuff, like the videos, and even your videos that you do. I mean, you cost me a bunch of controversy over my video.
That was not intentional. I was just trying to
That's
show off
okay.
that car
No,
the
no.
best of its
That's
potential.
all right. We like it. We like it. When they, we like it when they don't like us. But
Well-
no. But the little ones like that is like my parents that are at Branson from the you know, and mom and dad go to every race. They try and get to every race they've ever raced. They've always been there, and they're not there, so they can watch Jennifer or Stacy's or whoever's live. You know, whoever can do it, or Cheeseworks if they. I don't know if they know how to get on that.
Yeah, it's wishful
But
thinking.
that's where the little ones like
For
that
my
help.
craft, I love him to death.
Yeah.
He's what I would consider a mentor because when I first wanted to start doing all the stuff that I'm doing, he was the first person I called.
Sure.
I'm
He's
like,
done it
hey,
a long time.
you
And I'll
know-
tell you though, for a small town or for a small group like the Cheeseworks deal, I would almost rather watch their videos than a lot of the ones you pay for.
Yeah.
The way they stay with all different cars, they don't focus on one car for the whole race. They bounce all around to everybody. You know, if the leader's out there by 8 car lengths, he's like, okay, this guy's in the lead, but we got a good battle for third going on. Let's video on
right,
it for a little bit.
right, or even in the fifth spot,
And-
he
But
spots
he talks
those
about every
spots.
driver too.
Yes,
So I just
Yeah.
watched the Cheeseworks video from last Friday night, yesterday, and I mean, it was a good one to watch, and I almost like watching it more than I did the race and dirt videos and just anything else from the.
And it's nice to have that option to do it. I mean,
right,
because there's like when we were on vacation, you know, I watched Jennifer's live to watch Jeff race when we were on vacation and stuff because I still wanted to watch him race and see how he did and everything like that. You know, so we watched, you know, like on those, it wasn't like I was going to get to be there anyways.
right,
You know, some, like I said, it wasn't costing them nothing, but like Cheeseworks, I watch a lot of their videos when they go to tracks that I've never been to yet. But, you know, like I've raced, well, we've been around racing our whole lives. And there's still tracks that I'm learning in Missouri that I didn't know a thing until I seen it on the good old phone.
good old face space,
No, not even so much that, just,
YouTube,
well, just get on there.
following
YouTube.
Cheeseworks,
Yeah.
following
Well, the thing
Cheeseworks,
is, you get on there and you watch a Cheeseworks video and stuff like that, then, you know, it comes up on intended, and it'll show
Right.
you all different ones, or
Oh,
you
yeah.
type in your Cheeseworks and you're like, the hell's this track they're at tonight?
and see, he's been doing that for years. There is videos on there.
Adrian Speedway.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, I think the
Sure.
furthest I got back on his videos, because I've looked at some of his videos and stuff, and he's given me permission to pull, you know, ones that back in the day, you know, and stuff like that. And I think 16 years ago was the furthest that I went back. And I'm like, whew. And you know, you don't think of it being that long ago, but it truly is. It truly is. And you can see the quality in the videos, and you can see how it is, you know, from back then to the way it is now. And Mike Kraft, he shares a very liked passion with me, like I do. We both have that same perspective. I don't care if you're in front or you're in back. You're working on your car, you deserve media coverage. Whether it be pictures, whether it be video.
Everybody pays the same pit pass.
Right, right.
Some people might not work as long in their cars, you know, but
I think
It
everybody
is what it is.
deserves something, because, you know, you're loading your car up, you're taking it out there, and you're trying to be competitive,
Sure.
at least you're trying to do something.
Sure.
You know, so,
If you took the time to get your car done and get it on the track, that's better than some. So.
right,
the
right,
honest bad thing is it don't matter, and that's the thing is people look at it, and I've heard people complain this year a lot in the Midwest mod. There's 2 or 3 cars at just beginning.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, as a racer, it sucks. Because if you're fast and you're in the front, you come around the lap, you're worried about getting taken out, which, don't get me wrong, you gotta worry about some of the fast ones too. I mean, it is what it is, but without them.
them
your
coming
car
up the
counts.
track as you're trying to go up top, and then,
But
there you go.
without the guys in the back though, I mean, I've been the guy in the back.
Right,
I was the guy in the back for many years. You know, but that's the thing is, they gotta get their laps, they gotta get their seat time, but without their help, you know, without them coming up, your car number goes down, your class disappears.
right,
So that's what
100%.
people wanna gripe and complain about them, gripe and complain, go over and offer them a hand. Yeah, I've watched Jeff do it many times to people that will race door to door with them now, and just go over, hey,
I think my husband was one of them.
Won't you do this, won't you try this, won't you try that? Instead of worrying about trying to get rid of them, get them
Yeah,
up there
right.
to where they're competing with you, so they're not wrecking you, they're racing you.
Right, 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 and I've seen that.
It's frustrating, it is, it sucks, but you gotta help them.
Well,
You have
I
to.
mean, it's just carrying on the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
racing, man. I mean, it's the next generation.
Yeah.
And you just cross your fingers and hope that some of them kids will, or the young adults or the adults or whoever it is, will actually listen when you give them advice. Some of them do, some of them don't. And the ones that don't, I don't really see lasting too long. I really don't. I've
They
seen
weed
them.
themselves out here.
I've seen them come in and, oh, well, I'll just, heavy pedal down. It's not that big a deal. And, oh, I know what I'm doing. And next thing you know, they're not racing anymore.
Right.
And then you've got the ones that come in and they want to take in all information and they exceed and they keep going and they, grow. And then next thing you know, they're passing.
They're passing.
And it don't cost nothing to shut up and listen for 5 minutes.
That is true.
I'll gladly listen to any advice that somebody wants to walk up and give me. I'll give it a shot at least once.
My vote. Sorry, man.
Well, that was just something I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit. I did want to kind of run down and say thank you guys for showing up here. I know it's hot outside and we
Cool
were
in here, though.
a
Not
distance
bad.
away. This is the last episode, so I figured I kind of, all you had to talk about. Now, you guys did some racing. You did some
I did.
racing.
I raced Friday night, ended up third, and then we raced last night. Just on a whim, we went, and ended up third. I'm the same two guys.
3-3.
Crazy, yeah. Not bad, we didn't get tore up, so.
Speaking from the number
Yeah.
3.
Was
Oh,
number
that's
3,
funny.
So we had a very good night.
Okay.
We're still, we'll figure it out. We're getting close.
You guys are good. Okay, just to clarify, so that people, if they, I don't know if they've seen or not, but I've done interviews with all 3 of you guys. He runs a number 3 super stock. He runs a number 77 super stock. Sure number?
Ouch.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Ouch.
sorry, Brandon. I gotta give
Are
you
you
a
sure
little
you did my
shit.
interview or did that one delete?
No, I didn't. Oh, you talking about Spotify? Yeah, that one deleted. Yeah, crazy shit. But anyway.
I don't even know my number.
Mhm.
That's just hurtful.
Okay, well, you'll be out there too, hopefully soon before the season's up, right?
That's the goal.
Okay.
I'll be there
okay.
for Big Buck.
I figured this number would be easier to remember. It was easier on camera once in
And you were worried about me busting your chops. Okay, so you two will be on the track at Butler
Yeah, hopefully this Sunday.
this Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be there.
That'll
I'll
be
be there
kind
for
of
sure.
cool
I'm
to
supposed
catch.
to have my motor back Wednesday, if so I'll get to be there too.
Well, I'm hoping to be there as well, so maybe I'll be able to video and capture it. And,
Yeah.
my husband, he's kind of moved on from the driver's seat to behind the camera for me.
Brandon should be back in 2 weeks.
I'm gonna be able to capture some really cool stuff.
He's a
Yeah,
cheater.
He's a cheater?
Just-
You say he's a cheater, he says he's a cheater. And you don't say anybody's a cheater.
That's just because I have not right now.
I ain't raced but once all year.
I'm a race toy.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Well,
wow. I raced 2 nights. We'll
Wow.
go have fun. I set my year for a
Yeah,
while.
one of those motors is mine.
Not bad.
you hear them bantering over here? This is crazy. Okay, well, I don't know about much anything else. I just wanted to give a shout to everybody that was involved with Small Town Dirt. I'll start from the top here, and I guess if something pops up, I'll just edit it in. Sound good?
We want to thank you for doing it. Taking the pictures and the
No
videos.
problem, man.
Kick ass. I mean, it's nice
I
to
work-
go back and look and go, holy crap, man, I was way too tight there. And thanks, Shannon. Oh, shit, I'm wrecking Devin Irvin. Thanks, Shannon.
But you gotta admit, the car reveal videos this year
Yeah,
was awesome.
they
to
were
see
very
everybody. I mean,
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's the
Thank
thing.
you.
A lot of times you don't get
Really
to see
cool.
some of the cars, that you're
Yeah.
friends with or something like that, until after they race a time or two and it's walked up.
Right.
To see it all out in its new, clean state and everything, it was cool.
Awesome.
It was really
Awesome. Oh, I like that. I like the beauty of it. You have your graphics guys that come through, they make their designs, you work
Right.
over the winter time to get it the way you want it to look, and then you have it all pieced together the way it needs to be, ready to race, but then it gets to a point, it's either you're behind or you're ahead of time. And usually if you're ahead of time, you're just chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
You're just waiting for that go that day. You know, if you're behind, you feel like you're in a rush, but yet you want to kind of step back and take a look at it and go, okay, I'm going to enjoy it while I can before I get it out on the track and wad it up and get it all crinkled up. So with that, when it comes to the reveal videos, I want to capture that and at least give that feel, and kind of gives a shout to your sponsors and let them know a big thank you for jumping on board and helping, and you know, because it all comes hand in hand.
And it gives you something, I mean, this thing is, I got on my, you know, like Jeff, he could go up to another, or new guy talking sponsorship, and, you know, the car don't look the best now, I got drove into a couple times, it's gonna happen,
Right.
you know, but he can take that video and go, this is what we looked at off the start of the year, and let him watch the whole video and go, yeah, I want my name on that.
Right. Like that thing
You know,
was
that's the thing.
fire. I want. This is where I
It
want my
gives them
name.
something to help them out too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And as far as the driver, doesn't it hype you up some? Get you ready to go.
Yeah, it makes you
To
feel good.
me, it was cool.
It gets you
I
ready
even
to
got
rock
to
and
do
roll.
some acting, I maybe call it. And it stirred a pot bigger than this room, I thought.
Yes, it did. Actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead, if you guys don't mind, I'll go ahead and talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is a whole different thing that happened at the beginning of the season.
Love
And I was perplexed by it. You know, that was not my intentions. My intentions were to put your car out there and make it shine and make it pretty, make it badass, make it where you looked at it and you said, hell yeah, I'm ready to go racing. That was my goal. But what had happened was you kind of got pre-teched
Yeah,
without even touching,
on a video.
from a video perspective, without even touching the dirt yet. And to me, it was like, okay, maybe step back and go, should I do these?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But let me ask you here, to answer that question, I'll ask Jeff a question. Track, or the truck car had never hit the track yet for the whole season. Does it not make you, I don't know how you say it, inside giggle a little?
Oh,
When you've got 10 people bitching about your car,
Oh, yeah.
just off the simple word, here it is video,
I can't outrun.
you're that scared before I even got to race you yet, what is your problem?
Worried.
And as a driver, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna sit back and go,
Yep, that's right.
I mean, that's the thing, they think you're gonna, you know, you're getting under my skin, you're gonna piss me off, you're gonna, no, you're already worried about me being out here. What's gonna happen, I don't care if you cut a hole this big around or this big around, it ain't gonna slow that car down.
Yeah.
That
But
was a
good try.
badass video, just gotta
It was.
say, and I do appreciate your cooperation with that.
Thank you.
I had a little envision, and I'm like, oh my god, I really hope he's okay with doing this.
That's right.
Because some people are camera shy.
Yeah. I'm not no camera guy, but I'll find him. Damn, let's do it.
And you know, I
Worst
caught
thing to
you.
drink a few beers, be like Travis, get all ready to roll.
Well, and I did catch it, and you're just in the natural state too. And there
Yeah.
was a time there that you didn't know I had the camera on,
No, yeah.
and it worked perfect.
Like we were getting ready to go to a race.
Right, he
And
had
race.
his fire suit on, and he
Yeah.
kind of did the shoulder thing, and I was like, oh, perfect, because that was like, come on, bring it, bitches, you know, that
That's
type
right.
of, that
Here
feeling.
we go.
So, the review
good
videos
work.
are going the way I was really hoping,
Yes,
and
I think they're great.
I'm hoping.
Good, bad, you can't make everybody happy, but I
Well,
love them. I thought it was a great deal. We will definitely do it again.
Okay, okay.
We will definitely do it again.
Okay,
Maybe we win a race and they'll really bitch about it then. But I don't know, we'll see. We're close, we're not far behind.
No, I mean, you're creeping up there. I'm seeing
right.
it. I'm seeing
I
it.
wanted to let everybody know that I started in front of Richie Tosh at the race at Warrensburg. That's all I want. I started in front of him.
Okay.
Through a heat race, I qualified in front of him. That's all. Keep Gary Clark home, we'll be fine.
I think Gary Clark might be. I think he's ready to rock and roll here before long.
Oh yeah, he'll be ready. He's fast.
And I just I gotta say something about that. That was kind of ironic to me on Friday. You know, I hate seeing people wreck, but he wrecked in the same spot
that Kenny
in
did.
almost the same fashion that Kenny did. He hit that wall, he climbed the wall sideways, but he didn't make it to the top. He just came right back down. But it was the same spot. He was right there where the
Yeah.
bars were bent.
He didn't try for it.
Yeah, it's something bad because the beginning of the night he comes to my trailer and borrows radiator hose. Wasn't right, Trey got him a radiator hose. We gave him a breather tube and oil and parts, and it's like, man, let's go. And he's gonna kick my ass. Why am I giving him parts? That's what we do. That's what we do. And then he
That's
gets
what it's
wrecked, and
about.
It's like, damn it, man. You know, it's just, it sucks, but
Well, and I
that's
did,
part of racing.
I did speak to Gary.
Every
And-
night's not good.
Yeah, he said, you know, we've had our ups, so it's time for our downs. And with that, you know, you can't appreciate the ups without the downs.
You
Yeah,
you
just-
get a lot more ups and a lot less downs.
Yeah.
Take him how they come.
Yep,
We'll
so,
get him, we'll help him with what we can help.
I'd rather give parts to anybody
Yeah.
and help them out, get them on the track and race them instead of, beat them by default because they didn't even make it out there.
you know, I seen a change this year a little bit, and instead of the previous years. And that has been the way the racing communities came together.
Yeah.
I have seen a change in that.
I had to go get half my car back the other day.
The street stock, super stock, whatever they call this class now, that's, I mean, I've ran them all. But this, last year, I started at 2 races, 3 races last year, and then I had it this whole year. But it's like everybody in there. I mean, you still have your ones that are kind of, you know, you just don't know. But you'll talk to them, but everybody helps everybody, it seems like.
Yeah,
Did it in
I
the
mean,
Vegas
no matter who it is, whether it's James Nicewanger winning the points, or Gary getting wrecked, or needing a radiator hose, or Muskrat coming from Oklahoma needing a battery or anything, you know, anybody, anything, anywhere, you know, and they may be in my heat and outrun me, but at least I had done what I thought was right and let you outrun me, and I try and outrun you. Not say, oh, well, if I'd have been in there, you wouldn't have won that race. We'll see.
right.
But that's just what, I mean, but that, and I can't say that, because a lot of people helped in the Midwest mod when we done it. It was a good deal, but everybody
I
does.
just
It's
seen, I
just
just
a
seen
little-
a change.
a little different,
You know.
yeah, in all, everybody just seems,
The super stock class has always been notorious. What I've learned in like the past year, it's just a community
yeah.
in its own, and you guys help each other out, and how close knit it is, part together, that type of thing, you know. But I was wondering last year, I'm like, well, you know, the superstar class is like that. Why can't other classes be like that? And
Yeah.
you know, I kind of put it out there. Well, I've seen this change. I've seen this change of everybody just helping everybody a little bit more instead of shying away.
In my
Yeah.
eyes, to me, the super stock class is where 75% of the super stock guys now started. You know, Devin Irvin was a pure stock back in the day and a super stock, and they just kind of evolved. And he modified race for a little bit and wasn't good at modified racing. Went back in the street stock and winning races. And Gary, you know, he was a modified guy, but Gary could drive anything.
He's a hell of a
No matter
little man. I
what,
just
you
gotta
know.
say that right now.
Me,
I've watched him.
I started super stock. Trey started super stock. Welchmeyer, he was a super stock at Lucasville. I raced with him when he come to Butler back in the day. You know, Muskrat's dad raced late models forever, so he was gonna race whatever, you know. But this class is just, the rules are there, but if you got money, you can spend it. You can build you a motor and not have to worry about buying a $1,300 set of heads that are junk. You can go buy a $1,300 set of heads that's gonna make you sound really good and run really good, you know. It's just the rules are just, it just seems to be a good little package of rules for everybody. But most of them I see have raced super. Richie Tosh, Batesville, super stock. That's where he started. Street stock, super stock. Jeremy Russell, all these big guys coming up here that's kicking our asses. That's where these guys ran, man. If you haven't been to Batesville and ran with them fuckers, I'm telling you, you better put your big boy pants on because they're kicking your ass.
Talking
And
to
they're
Richie
gonna
Tosh,
make you look
man.
stupid. I went
I
down
tell
there
ya.
the first time in my green Camaro, and I'm telling you, I won a ton of races. And I thought I was shit. I went down there and I thought, holy crap, we aren't even live traffic. We need to just stay loaded up. But these guys, but that's what that super stock is. They all kind of seem like the guys that started there, and now they can finally, you know, oh shit, I was an 18-year-old kid. I had $42 in my name. My dad helped me, and I had all these sponsors. Well, now I got a good job, and I can spend money on it, and I can do it myself. And I'm still racing the same class I did starting out, you know, but now I can do it better.
On the super stock class, look at the average age group on super stock driver.
Yeah, it's not the young kids like
No.
It's not your
mods.
younger generation,
And
Midwest
mods.
mods, pure stocks and stuff like that. You've got a few of the younger generation in there, don't get me wrong, but 75% of your super stock drivers, you know, have been on the track for 10 plus years.
Right.
And that's the thing is, they grew up working on their stuff, you know.
I think that's where we go. We go from Midwest mods to B mods to hell, I'm going super stock, so I can't afford a late
I'm
model.
going vintage
The
cars.
shit I'm holding down, going
Them
pure
vintage
stock.
cars, that's it.
I'm
You
going,
know
I'm
what?
gonna be Jimmy Smith, and I'm
You-
gonna kick
you know-
everybody's ass and gonna just whip them
You know
good.
what? That's what I was about to
And
say.
then, and then at the end,
vintage car.
we buy a late model, we put a vintage body on it, and we go have fun, and then we finally say, I can't get in the car no more.
Right,
I'm just too old.
right.
So that's
So-
what it seems
Get
like.
out, we can't do it. We'll get in, we just won't get out.
Yeah, getting out, yeah.
You getting out.
That's what I, but I'm with you. I think it's getting better.
I think it
everybody
is.
is
I think
getting
the
better.
racing community in
It's
itself
getting
is getting better.
I think
as
car
far
counts
as-
get better everywhere.
I think so
I
too.
think you're seeing a lot more, especially around here, I've noticed like Butler.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the cars coming in and stuff like that, and, local tracks that were, you're getting cars you didn't used to see when we.
Well, see, when Butler opened back up, okay, and it just got everybody riled up, and then it was like, okay, it still has that rough to it.
Yeah.
It's still rough. It's still the problem. There's this problem. There's that problem. There's this problem. And then, then Mike took it over, and he was working out the kinks first, 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, then he started kind of getting a handle on it and understanding it. And then you just see people popping up, whoop, got a race car, whoop, got a race car. Like there's just these random people, oh, I got a 4-cylinder, oh, I just bought a modified, or, or anything. And then you're seeing these new people just coming in, and they're just coming in. Because before Butler even opened, what was there? Nevada?
Yeah, Nevada, Adrian back in the day, and they closed up. That was it. Pleasanton, but that's it.
I mean, then
That
you've
was
got
around there.
Adrian's gone, Pleasanton,
Gone.
gone. Of course, we were
They're all
hoping,
gone.
North Fork.
Monette wouldn't have left, and I'm glad that they stuck
They're back.
around,
They're doing good.
and they're doing fabulous. I mean, North Fork,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, North Fork Speedway.
Okay, I don't know what is that? Where is that?
It's on 43. Over by, I guess kind of over by Oronogo.
Where?
Then we're just North Fork City.
Yeah, just,
Really?
It's gone now, isn't it?
yeah, there and then there.
There was some. Oh,
There
well,
was
and
On Saturday
see,
night, we hit 54 up here, hit 43 south.
Yeah.
Right before we got to Webb City, it was right there on the right-hand side.
That was a Gary Clark place, man.
was it?
Yeah. Gary
Okay.
Clark, Jerry Hoffman, Bennett, a lot of them guys, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I knew of Uric. Cause
No, that was,
yeah, I knew of Uric.
yeah, that was
Been there,
something.
done that.
I knew of that track.
66, Joplin.
Yep, racetrack, speedway, Gary's cool.
So there's been a
There's
lot
a lot of them that
come and go and fluctuation of
Sure.
who's sticking around and who's not.
Yeah.
Well, I just seen on your face-based news. There's in Pennsylvania, which I guess Pennsylvania is pretty hardcore
Yeah.
dirt track. A little dirt track there closing down.
Yeah.
Just the fluctuation. I don't know. I don't necessarily think that the sport will die. I think it will die down if we don't play this
It's-
carefully.
It ain't gonna
It's,
die, but you're gonna get your little tracks that get wiped out. Well, not even so little tracks, you're gonna get, when you got a square area of, cause that's the thing, is race car's gonna drive, our driver will drive an hour to go race. without a
Right.
thought- Without a thought. That's the thing is when you got 3 tracks in that 100-mile square radius, and you got track 1 putting everything in, track 2 putting everything in, and track 3 trying to just get by. Track 1 and 2 is gonna kill track 3.
Right.
They're gonna take their cars. I mean, that's just what it's gonna be.
Right.
What it all boils down to is the track promoters and track owners, they have to have heart. 100% heart. Because
And
if you were making a business, you would go get in with Elon Musk and start building these cyber trucks and making all this money. These racetracks are you want to make money. You ain't gonna do nothing to not lose, to not make money, to lose your ass. Nobody does that. It
right.
happens. And that's how they end up done. It's any business, I don't care what it is, if it's a racetrack or if it's heating, cooling, or if it's lettering cars. You gotta make money. But
Right.
you gotta enjoy what you do, you gotta have heart, and you gotta keep it going. Because if you don't,
It's gonna
you're
fail.
not there for the dollar, because the first 3 years, you're losing your ass going, I don't even know if we're gonna be able to eat ramen noodles this week and pay these guys.
Right.
And we gotta get these guys in here, so you gotta have the heart. If you don't have the heart, if you don't do this sport, and you're a basketball guy, you need to go commentate fucking basketball. Period.
That's true.
If you're a racer, you're a racer. You're a racer to the core, I mean, you'll get guys that come in and kick everybody's ass, and all they are is a race car driver, didn't even know I even had a race car, didn't even know a race car existed. And shit, it looked fun. I bought it. I kicked everybody's ass. It'll happen. You'll get fellas like me that's done it their whole life and worked every day and night and still get your ass beat sometimes. And it's like, damn it, when's enough? You know,
Right.
it's that hard. You just,
Right.
there's no quit. There's no quit. And that's the same with the promoter and the owner. That's the only way they'll stay open. Jerry Davis and Norma, Jerry was a kid that stood in the stands. That's all he was. Known him my whole life. Whether you like them, whether you hate them, whether they're doing right, whether they're doing wrong, it does not matter.
Right.
They took a track that was about to be done, and they tried their best to do what they could do. Mike Parker, this Electric City was built. I helped on it when they were building it. It failed. It failed. They made money. It failed. The guy died. It failed. Made money. Jerry Brown tried it. Didn't work out. He peeled out. Mike bought it, and now he's working his butt off, and it's night and day difference from what it was.
That's
He's
that
got
is
the
accurate.
heart. I mean, you got to have the heart. You know, Humboldt, Springfield, Jerry Hoffman. You know, he's there all the time working on the track. I mean, you got to get it where it's at. You got to have the heart. When you don't have the heart, and somebody brings you $350,000 for the land, you're just pissing off all the other stuff that's gone. You don't have the heart. Yeah, boy, this will sure help for sit down for 2 hours, add up your shit, see how long $350,000 is gonna last.
Right.
It ain't gonna last you shit. You can do it. Stay with it. Keep plumping. We do. We'll be there. Unless you kick me the fuck out again, I'll be there. Well, that's just, I mean, but it is. That's all it boils down to. And it does suck. Sometimes you're defeated. You know.
Yeah.
Kenny,
Yeah.
prime example.
Yeah.
It's sometimes you're just like, man, I have to step back. I
Yeah.
have to take a breath. I have to wait. I have to see how this goes. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. It will work out. I know.
My poor husband, I feel bad for him some days
Had
because
a
he's
rough
got
one.
an all-go
Sure.
wife. Like,
Sure.
I'm go all the time. I don't stop.
Well, that's just, I mean,
So-
that's the way, that's just the way it is. I mean, I'm not an owner. I can sit here and tell you all sorts of shit
I'm
that
not an
my
owner.
partner's doing wrong. I can tell you what Jerry Davis is doing wrong. I can tell you what Hoffman, Johnny Hill, I can tell you what they're all doing wrong. Now, do I have an idea? Hell no.
No, because you don't
Hell
own the track.
I'm a dude that's racing, and
Right.
I'm gonna gripe and moan and piss and moan. And
Right.
I'm gonna be happy though when I win. Thanks, man. You guys are doing the best job ever. Shit, you
Track
got the
was
best-
perfect.
You got the best flag, and the track was great. That rut too, man. Keep it there every night.
Right.
That was perfect.
Right, I'm slingshotting off that
So-
every single time. We're good.
It's a business. It sucks. It's what it is. But you gotta have the heart to keep wanting to do it.
And see, this is I am so glad you just talked about what you did, honestly, because this was kind of a platform for Small Town Dirt that I wanted to do. I wanted it to be a situation where drivers could come and talk
Sure.
and feel free to talk and be able to talk about issues and from a driver's perspective on how could possibly resolve. So then that way the outsiders or, you know, track owners or whoever needed to listen could listen and go, you know what? I get it. You know, this is going on. Maybe I can remedy this situation.
Right.
Without it being a whining and crying and bitching
Sure.
and moaning type of situation at the track itself when everybody's under the, you know, the adrenaline and the heat of the moment and they're cussing out the promoter and they're
Yeah.
cussing out the
And
owner.
it is gonna happen. That's.
It's gonna happen, yes,
It happened to
absolutely.
me Friday night over a guy that's a friend of mine, and I had a blowout, and he crammed me in the ass 3 or 4 or 5 times. And I know he was on the binders. I know he wasn't wrecking me. He was on the checker, come through the checkered. It was what it was. I was mad. I was mad that my car was messed up. I was mad at the guy that ran into the car that messed it up and tried to limp it through, and it happened. And it wasn't nothing with him. We talked, and it wasn't nothing. We both knew it. It's just the heat of that moment. You're trying your hardest to win that race and to win whatever and do the best you can. It happens. You spend so much money on these cars and
And it's not getting any cheaper.
No, it's not. It's not ever going to get cheaper.
No.
And
More
It's
along
not.
with understand that, you know, it's just the money.
Speaking
Yeah,
Look at
of,
the time, look at the time, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
most people spend on their
Right.
car. You, like Jeff, he goes to work, gets off work, you know, same with me, I work on customer stuff. After work, you're there till 10, 11 o'clock every night, every single night, trying to adjust and tune.
Yeah.
This thing, our families adapt to it. I mean, that's the thing, it's most, me and Jeff both got blessed with, both of our families have no problem being in the shop working on the race car. You know, they have no problem bringing us dinner, you know, this, that, and but it's a lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah, I work on mine, and then Josh works farming, and he peels out and gets here at 9:30, and we start on his. It's a long night sometimes, you know?
It was 1 a.m. type of nights, 2
Yeah,
a.m. type of
and
nights.
they're hard on me. They're rough on me anymore.
Yeah.
But we still do it. We do the best we can, you know, and I think everybody else does.
Yeah,
But we keep doing it.
yeah. Now you own a
Except for
parts
Brandon.
business, race and parts business
Yep,
at D3.
yep, D3 Racing Supplies.
Okay. I've seen you at Butler a couple times, and you have it there across the street as well. Is
Yeah.
that correct? At your garage?
Yep, right across the street from the
Okay.
track, we got the main shop, and then we got the one to take to the track.
Okay. So, like, I've previously talked about, pricing of parts and stuff like that. And, being a fellow that sells the parts wise, I bet you've seen the fluctuation, like some fierce.
Oh, yeah, I mean, parts went up, don't get me wrong, everything has. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
everything in life.
And the whole economy situation, of course, everything has
The
gas,
water
everything.
needs to sponsor hers.
Right,
Don't forget to vote.
right,
Might change that.
right, right.
But, and that's the thing is, I mean,
Please help it.
parts went up, everything's went up, but
I cut meat for a living,
It
and
ain't-
everything meat-wise is skyrocketing.
it ain't gonna stop them though.
I've noticed that at the grocery
Yes,
store too.
it's insane.
It'll stop a few people from buying parts, but you're gonna buy them. I mean, and that's the thing is 90% of your race car drivers out there, there ain't a damn one of us gonna have to make money. If we are, we're retarded.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
there's no
you're not
other way to
making
say it.
any money.
You're not gonna go out there to get rich off driving a race car, not for what we're doing around here. You know, and that's the thing is we're still gonna spend the last dollar we got to go get the race car parts, go back out Saturday night. You know, or Friday night, whatever it is, but that's the thing is the price is gonna go up, we're gonna bitch about it. We're gonna squeeze a little tighter, we're gonna do a little extra work a little overtime, do whatever we gotta do. We're gonna go get them. You know, we try to keep them as manageable as possible, but it's hard to do.
I got a question for you guys. It just hit me. What do you race for?
The yays and the boos.
The fans?
Fuck yeah. 100%. I like the money, it's nice, you don't make a lot of it. The trophies kick ass. I don't ever get to give them away like everybody else does because my daughter likes them. And they don't come very often anymore, but it's for the fans. It's for the fans.
For the
100%.
fans?
Me, it is. I don't care if you're booing.
You
me,
can't
I don't
tell
care
me,
if you're getting
you can't tell me there ain't a greater feeling having a little kid, you have no clue who he is, come up to you
Sure.
and ask for an autograph.
Yep.
Well,
That right there,
they
I'm-
had that kids
That right
night
there is just
Friday
awesome.
night.
here recently, which just to let you know, you guys weren't there yet, but you'll know the process. We're still trying to figure out this whole photo, getting them out there. I'm so picky
Hmm.
that I will go through. Kenny will take 3,000 photos, and I will go through every single one of those photos. And if they're not on point, I go to the next,
Yeah.
and then I go to the next. So I am fishing through every single one of them. Yeah, I'm sure there's a faster way, but I don't want to cut corners. So I want to make sure what gets out there is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So I did get photos of that night too, with the fans coming in, the kids,
Sure.
and Electric City Speedway provided autograph books. And when I seen that, I was like, okay, that's awesome. With
Yeah.
the kids club.
Oh, yeah.
That and, yeah, any of us will tell you the same thing. Race community, you meet a lot of people you've never met before.
Right.
You know, I've gained a lot of friends and a lot of people I know just strictly because of racing. You know, if they wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have been at the track, I'd have never met them. Never become good friends with them or family friends or, yeah, you know, hell, look at Josh, for instance.
Yeah.
Hell, he's pretty well become family. You know, but that's the thing is, it happened to racing. You know, and there's a lot of that.
Yeah, the deal Friday he's talking about, it makes you feel good. I had a girl come out and want me to sign her phone case. That's like signing somebody's car. You know? I
Right,
need a
right.
phone. And then I remember one of them, I think it was James Nicewanger's girlfriend. It must have been one of their kid, her kid, somebody, I don't know. But he opened the book up and I'm like, you bet, all right, Jeff Downey, and yours, buddy. And it was as big as it could get, so he could see it when they showed him. You know, that's what's cool, is everybody's, I mean, it didn't matter what problem you've ever had with a person. They may not like you, but most of them will come up and say, you sign this?
You know, and I seen that on Friday, that it not only makes the kids go, oh, I'm starstruck, but I'm gonna do sign my book, kind of get them out of their shell a
And I'm
little bit.
almost professional now.
Oh, are you?
I had a guy signing my photos for me.
Did you
Half
now?
of them was, yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
That's how good I am right
now. Okay.
now. I couldn't keep up. Yeah, it was a
But if you need
Well,
a
at least
signature, I can do it really, almost identical to it.
Jacob does a good job too, my.
Well, I mean, at least you were signing them as
We
you were
were.
handing
I
them
was,
to people.
yeah.
That's the great thing.
Yes,
But what I seen was drivers coming out of their shell.
yeah.
There was
It's hard.
one in particular driver, okay, he's a super nice guy, and he was standing there, and there's people walking by, and he's standing there with the box closed on, on the trunk of his car, on the back of his car. He's just standing there, and I'm like, "What's going on, man?" He's like, "So what you got in the box?" I opened the box, and I seen a picture, and I seen a kid. I'm like, "Hey, kid, check this out."
Yeah.
And as soon as I did that, then there was like 20 more, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
his face just lit up.
Yeah.
And he just was like, okay. And then next thing you know, he's signing autographs and, it's just one of those things of, I want to do this for the fans, but do I have fans? And then, oh, I do have fans. Oh boy. So that also boosted his confidence.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago in Street Stock at the Vega. They did the meet the driver night, and I didn't think I'd give away 75 pictures, but I ordered 100 of them, and I was out
Within
faster than I
minutes.
would have imagined.
Right.
I probably could have gave away 300 pictures that night.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know, like, I don't know half these people, but there's kids up there saying that I'm their favorite car, and that they want to race too and stuff like that. I mean, it just makes you feel really good about it because you got a kid
Equal
looking up for
opportunity.
you. Yeah,
Equal opportunity, Brandon.
Yeah.
That's why they said that.
yeah.
So what do you race for, Trey?
But like Jeff said, it's the same thing. There's nothing
Just the
better.
fans.
Nothing better. And that's the thing is you go in and believe it or not, I usually only wear one earbud on my headphones because I hate them. But
I can
you
see
come
that.
to a checker, you come to lap after, or even sometime, and I've been to Nevada and Butler, stuff like that, you can literally hear them coming down the straightaway. And it's awesome. Was it 3 years ago, we won the championship in Nevada, and the coolest thing for me is I went through the stands, and this little girl had her white shirt on, and it had a red 3 with marker on it. The little girl made her own shirt, and it was my car.
I've seen that before.
And you're just-
It's great.
When you walk through
It
and you
was
see
great.
something like that, it's just, you're like, wow. Or when you come up there and you come down the front stretch and you start waving, and these little kids come up there and they make sure they wave at you real big, it's just, there's nothing to them.
The same with you, Brandon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're always there to win. That's.
Winning's a bonus.
You roll through there and getting hot laps or getting your heat race, and you're like, oh man, I'm taking the lead. And you're looking over and Nevada in the pits, and like, man, I wonder if so-and-so's watching. Check this out, dude, I'm getting there.
It's the only escape you really get. For
Yeah.
a lot of, for me it is. That's the only time in life.
The cheers, the boos. I mean, 22, me and Kenny fought it out a lot. I edged him by luck just because my son-in-law was there and a guy offered him more money than we won that night for me to drive his car. And Michael was like, you can drive my car if you want. Kenny can drive my car. We weren't even gonna put it together. And he's like, but whatever needs to be done. And Darren Bennett's like, man, I don't want this to go as a default. I don't think Kenny would want this to go as a default. He wants to race you. I know he wants to beat you. I said, I know you want to beat him, but you also want him to beat you because you're helping him. And he said, I was here at the beginning of the year. He said, and he offered Michael way more money than we was winning that night. He's like, just let him drive your car. He's like, oh, he's driving the car no matter what. And then, we edged out Kenny by just a little bit, but
Kenny, you and Kenny are very similar. You guys have big hearts and
Yeah.
very competitive.
yeah.
And that season, you guys were neck and neck, and
Oh,
and a lot of people describe that season as the Jeff and Kenny show
Yeah.
because that's what it was. You guys were
Well,
just that.
it come down to the beginning of
real
the year
close.
that I couldn't get nothing to second for the first 8 races, and then I started winning races. 'Cause I beat Darren, and then like I was on, and I blew a motor up, and then Kenny'd go do real good, and I'd come back and win a race, and I blow a motor up. I was like, dang it! So then I'd get close to him, like I'm out of the points and I'm done, and I'd piece something back together just for a week, and I'd get out there and do pretty good. And Kenny would have a DNF, and then just something bad, it's like, man, we're still in it.
I mean, he was
And it
still
was at
rookie.
the end, I mean,
He
yeah.
was very still green and very rookie.
Yep. I mean,
It just-
he beat me the 2 races he beat me. I was the first one luckily I finished behind him. I didn't have to run very far, but to go hug his neck and congratulate him, because that's just what I want. I mean, that's what it's about. I'm here to beat you, but I got nothing to hide.
Right, and
Yeah,
and it was interesting to watch that, and that was, I seen it from all different aspects on that race. I tell you what, on that year was very memorable,
Yeah.
very memorable.
And you win the trophy, you win the race, you win the trophy, you get down there. And you look at the pictures afterwards, and you got all these people, and you're like, who the hell's that guy? And whose kid's that?
I've seen that
I said,
before.
Shit, that guy didn't like me a year ago, and you just, the pictures get bigger. And then you look at some of them, it's just the driver. It's like, dang, how do they even do that, I mean, and I get it, most of them are like a few of them that come from Springfield or come from Iowa or come from Humboldt or wherever they come from to race, Warrenburg, and they're just there, pretty much them and their pick group. And it's way over there, and they're not coming down, they win the trophy, but the boos and the yays, and I got them both. You were there. I got them both, but
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
I was there.
You boo me, man, I'm gonna try harder to whip your buddy's ass next week, I promise that.
It was one of those
We're coming.
situations that Kenny, he was like, man, when there was negativity, he was like, just stay the hell away from me.
Yeah,
Just stay away from me with that negative stuff.
bring it.
Like, well, for him, it
You gotta let it drive you.
yeah. Well, that's what drives me. And I mean, you come at me, I'm gonna come at you harder. I mean, that's just with.
Driven on
I mean,
negativity and boos.
on the whole, media aspect, I mean, it may not be as intense as a driver, but it's still there.
Oh, yeah.
The competitive aspect is still there. The negative aspect is still there. I mean, you have people that are positive about it, but you also have people that are negative about it. What drives me is the heart of it. I want to help drivers. I want to
Yeah.
help tracks. I want to help as much as
And
I
you
can.
do.
And maybe sometimes people don't want my help, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because I tell you what, as of right now, my plate is overflowing. So, if you don't want my help, you think you got it on your own, do your thing.
Do me a favor,
Right,
let me know.
like you do your thing. I'm good with that. You want to be creative, you want to expand, you want to do this, do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I mean, but mine is my heart's in dirt track,
Yeah,
and as of right now, my husband's not driving.
he'll be back.
He'll be back,
He'll be back.
but as of right now, and he's behind that camera.
Doing a good job.
He's doing a hell of a good job. So it makes me want to go. Do you really want to race car?
We can make more money doing this, Kenny.
Well, and see, that's another thing too. You were talking about business aspects and going broke and so on and so forth. Well, here's something that I figured out. If you have a heart, it's really hard to make money.
Yeah.
If you have a
You want to
heart.
help more than you want, than you get.
Oh, trust me, I know, I got a parts trailer. Like I said, last week, I literally had to go get half of my motor back by the people, because I've been broke all year. And I had a carburetor out, I had a distributor out, valve covers out, pulleys out, fuel pumps out. Everything I had sitting in the trailer, people needed to run, all of them did.
Right.
Parts trailer, I should be trying to sell them something.
Right.
The other thing is, it's just,
I mean, I have people that I know that they're just coming into racing, or they're a low budget racer. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the sponsorships. They do stuff on their own, stuff like that. And they're like, oh well, I'd like to have video or something to kind of promote myself, so then that way I could get sponsorships. How much do you charge? I'm like,
This
well,
one's on me. Put my sticker on.
I got you covered, but then on the other aspect of it, it's like, well, this guy's just a couple tiers, higher on the budget, but I still feel bad for charging
Sure.
because,
Right.
it's just one of those constant struggles. So that was another reason why I wanted to bring the whole media aspect up, And I just want to say this, put this out there. I am very gracious for all the tracks that have allowed me to come through and do video and pictures and so on and so forth. It's been an awesome opportunity. I hope to continue on. I'm hoping to kind of spread our wings a little bit, you know, go a little further out. Venture off a little bit. ECS is where I started. ECS is probably where I will end, if it does ever. But as long as the Parkers will still have me there, I am good to go there. And I'll just keep on keeping on for you guys. I'm really hoping the small town dirt pops off and we can continue it as well. I have some hopeful things coming in the future, you know, as far as expanding this as well. So I really appreciate you guys coming through, sitting and bullshitting with me and, you know, kind of touching base and seeing different perspectives here. I really appreciate it.
And thank you for helping everybody on the race cars, because I am one of them. I'm lucky enough to be one of them. And I don't need, I mean, not that I don't need it.
You don't need it,
I'm
but yeah,
one of
you
the
don't.
deals, but
I get it.
It is
I
so
get it.
appreciative of every, I mean, people don't
I
realize
put
that.
some
even
flair
the
on
little
it. I put
ones.
some
Yeah,
flair
that's
on
right,
it.
that's right.
So-
And we, everybody, I can't say for everybody else, but I know for me, I appreciate it more than I'll be able to ever tell you. And I
like
really,
it's cheap.
and this deal.
Well, I'll
This
tell
is a
you
really
what.
cool deal from everybody, whether you like them, whether you hate them,
Right.
again, same deal.
Right.
They all, everybody says what they say, and
I'm equal opportunity. You know, I don't care if you are starting in an enduro or
Yes,
you're a
yeah,
late model
sure.
driver or you're a mod driver. It don't matter to me. Or even a driver at the moment, even previous driving.
Yeah.
You will get your car back out. And I have
Probably gonna have a
full
reveal
confidence.
video, so.
Well, it's, you know how to get in touch with me on that.
oh yeah.
Um,
Thank you very much for doing it.
oh, no
I wanna
problem.
thank you. Thanks, Joe, for letting us come here.
Yes.
Tell a bunch of lies in the
Yes,
shop.
yes, that brings me to what I was gonna do. I
H3
had it,
Graphics, look him up. He's got cool shit on his wall.
I had it written down. I wanted to thank everybody that's came through for these small town dirts, with these guests that we previously had. We started off at Walker Speed. We had 5 fellas sitting there, and then, you know, race season popped off. People, you know, life happened. People couldn't make it. So to make it more convenient, you know, I figured we'd locate somewhere else, maybe, you know, have other people as well in different areas. So I wanted to give a thank you to Walker Speed. Like I said, I had it all written down at home, but I forgot it. Go figure. We had Gary Clark, Caleb Bray, of course, my husband. He was the first host. He's not a camera person, just saying. So we kind of, here I am. We had Rusty Skaggs as a guest at one point in time, Norman Mackley, Billy Shadden. We had, you know, Foxy Sumner, but she's awesome guy. Has been driving forever. And so is Rusty. So that was kind of neat to sit and talk to them. On a rain day, we talked to Dakota Dillon, which at that time, I don't know if he got his, I don't think he got his
Nope, he hadn't
first
had a win
feature
yet.
win yet.
And he about pooped his pants, I think, when he was doing the video. Not the win, the video. So I thought he was gonna cry the whole time.
Yeah, well, you know, I may have been an emotional time at that point.
No, yeah.
But now he's taken multiple feature wins.
Yep.
Been able to get in the winning circle, which a lot of these fellows do represent Razor Edge Productions. I have the sticker on their cars, which I am very proud of and very thankful for everybody that represents. Here, H3 Graphics, Joe Cummings.
Come on up, Joe. Show him your new haircut.
The Raps guy, that's what people, you know, the graphics guy. Yeah, H3, in Fort Scott, Kansas. Number 620-687-6200. Give him a holler. He does signs, banners, and wraps. Just his work is pretty remarkable. It's pretty cool. He did this back here, if that says anything.
And just a good guy.
Yes.
That's what he is.
Good guy, good guy. Also, you know, we had the fellas here. We had John Willard and Thaddeus Hambrick. I've had Tyler Lehman and these guys here.
Nobody's gonna beat the Tyler Wolf show, though, I promise.
And yes, and we've had Jordan Beard and Travis Wolf.
Travis.
Travis
Did I say
Wolf.
Tyler?
You know
You said
what?
Tyler Lehman. You had me all wadded up. Travis Wolf.
Travis Wolf.
Sorry,
We had a good
Travis.
old time this last time. I'm hoping to continue this on. I think we will ramp it back up at the beginning of the season next year. and we'll just kind of go from there. I really appreciate everybody that has came through. Thank
Appreciate you.
Thank you. Like and follow. Invite your friends to subscribe. I'm gonna try to get these interviews going. The off-season interviews. I got some lined up, guys. That's gonna be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and get that out on YouTube and Facebook. It'll only be temporary on Facebook. I only keep it up there for 30 days. Do what?
You interview Kenny.
Well, Andy Claiborne interviewed
Oh,
Kenny.
no, I want him to answer to you
Oh boy.
on camera. That way
That's a
it's all free
request.
game.
That's a video recorded request right there.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm sure I could speak to him about that. He'd probably be okay with that.
He wouldn't.
Yeah, I think he'd be okay with that. So, but we do have some guys coming up that we've got some bigger name guys, and we've got some local and historical, and this is going to be a good time. So subscribe to YouTube. That's all you gotta do is just push that like or subscription button, I suppose, right there on YouTube. And
Back to social media.
Yep, you get back to the media aspect. I mean, it's full circle. Here we are. So anyway, well, you guys have a good evening. Thank you. See you later, guys.